ladies and gentlemen, this woman that you're looking at is the St. Louis County Police Chief, Mary Barton. She looked like Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies, don't she? She does to me. So, anyway, this came out in the St. Louis Post Dispatch, Messenger, St. Louis County Police Dispatcher, who used racial slurs, is related to the chief. Now, this chief is one of those that walk around and claim systemic racism don't exist in policing. I don't even know why these folks are even attempting to say this. First of all, policing originated out of racism. They were the plantation patrol. So, how is it that it came and originated out of racism, but today it's not racist? I don't get it. When St. Louis County Police Chief Mary Barton met with county councils for the first time in public, she told council members she didn't think the department had a problem with systemic racism. To say there is systemic racism in the police department is overtly broad and probably not accurate. This is what she claims. Barton told the council. Her statement was met by criticism from a couple of the council members and later by members of the Ethical Society of Police. That group represents officers in both city and county police departments and has made multiple allegations of racism in the county department in the past several years. Now, Barton's words are hitting close to home. On Saturday, a county dispatcher was heard over the radio referring to a Black officer in the North County precinct using a racial slur. That included the N word. Multiple law enforcement sources have confirmed that the dispatcher was Mark Peeler. So, this is somebody she's related to, who is the brother of Barton's husband. So, her brother in law, retired county police officer Clay Peeler. The use of the racial slur came just days after an attack on the nation's capital in which some of the rioters were white supremacists. The Washington Post reports that multiple police departments across the country have opened investigations into whether any of their officers participated in the riots, which they did. County police spokesman Sergeant Benjamin Granada, and he said he neither confirmed or denied that Peeler was the dispatcher in question. In a statement, a racial slur was used on the police radio by a professional staff member serving as a dispatcher. That individual was immediately removed from the radio and relieved of duty. An internal investigation into the matter has been opened. So, boy, talk about looking stupid. You stood in front of your council members and said, this stuff did not exist in your police department, and your own brother-in-law is using racial slurs on a police radio. Ugh, man. As I have said in the past, discrimination by word or deed shall not be tolerated by any of us in the St. Louis County Police Department, but it's tolerated in America every single day. We have and will continue to hold one another accountable. The last sentence holds no water for those who have been trying for years to hold the department accountable for racism. 2 years ago, I wrote about a Black officer named Nikki Brown who reported racism in the academy, where Brown was an instructor. She filed a complaint internally, and then with the Missouri Human Rights Commission, she complained of a fellow instructor who was talking of skinning coons. Wow. After Michael Brown was shot and killed in Ferguson, the chief at that time, John Belmar, issued a letter to Brown that confirmed the key elements of her complaint. He said he was sorry. That step has been taken to make sure it didn't happen again. Brown left the department. Wow. Brown was hardly alone. The Ethical Society of Police has brought multiple such complaints in recent years. As an organization, we have continuously um, asked Chief Barton and the Board of Police Commissioners to address the racism that thrives at the St. Louis County ESOP. Said in an email statement, our words have long been ignored. Yeah, because, when the people look like herself, they don't want to do anything. They try to avoid doing anything, period. That's what they do. Even if it's not a police matter, that's what they do on any given job. They'll avoid it. And then ultimately, what they try to do is the person that reported the racism, they turn on them. It is just plain old evil. Okay. All right. So Chief Barton to action, and they wanted to hold her accountable to address this racism, to address the systemic racism. Hopefully, this incident serves as the evidence she needs to do something about it. That's a sign that, policing, maybe that is just not a good field for someone that comes out of the Black community, because ultimately they're just going to have you out here turning on your own people. I don't see that as a good career. You spend your time just turning on your own, forget that. Not worth it. Barton was chosen by the county police board as the next chief after Belmar resigned. Not long after, the county was found liable for $19 million in damages in discrimination lawsuits filed by former Keith Wildherber, who was and since been promoted to lieutenant colonel. Troy Doyle, who is Black, was passed over for the position of chief and has since filed an equal employment opportunity complaint against the county for discrimination. Doyle intends to file a lawsuit, according to his attorney, Jerry Dobson. Wow, it just sounds like y'all got problems all over. But see, I had family at one time that lived in St. Louis, and I know how racist it is there, you know? And I remember a case, I think this might have been back in 2017 is when they let the cop off. And you could clearly see on his body cam that he planted a gun in somebody's car, and the person ended up getting shot to death by the cop. So, what a mess. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.